Back home, residents of some suburbs in Joburg are now well into day one of 58 hours of no water. Rand Water saying that residents will find that water could be cut until Friday morning as it performs vital maintenance. Nqobile Madlala joins us from Oakdene in Joburg. Nqobile, what's the situation there?
Well, we are hearing that this area is struggling currently with water. So just before we get deep into it, I want to bring in the councillor to just sort of give us an idea in terms of what they've been experiencing since today. Michael, you were telling us that you guys are struggling in terms of water. Tell us more.
Yes, so today obviously there was the planned shutdown. Unfortunately, the schedule doesn't seem to be that reliable because areas such as Oakdene, Townsview, parts of Rosettenville, where we were expecting a 40% reduction in pressure, but what we found is that we woke up to taps being bone dry, and then other areas that we thought would be a little bit worse off actually do seem to have water. And I just feel they have had enough time to organise water tanks for alternative water supply for the residents, but yet, as we speak, there's currently not a single water tanker in the ward.
Have you spoken to Joburg Water and Rand Water?
Yes, I've been speaking to Johannesburg Water. They're the ones that deal with alternative water supply. When I last spoke to them, they said their roving tanker was in Turfentine, which is outside of the ward. They went to the hill, which does have water supply, but I've been giving them the areas that don't have water supply at all, such as the one we're currently in. And I'm really hoping that they will get here sooner rather than later, because, I mean, it's a hygienic issue. You know, people aren't able to use their bathroom facilities. I mean, we're here next to a doctor's practice, and, you know, obviously their hygiene is of the essence. So it's really having a big impact on our community.
And I mean, when you think about this 58 hours, that's how long it's going to take. What's your feeling around what will be happening in the couple of days to come?
I always get nervous when it comes to planned water outages, I must be honest, because I've had it in the past where for the 3 days it was supposed to go off, the areas are fine, and only afterwards we experience these issues. They're dealing with very sensitive infrastructure that is sometimes very difficult to recover if past experience has told us anything. So I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but I'm a little bit nervous.
Nervous indeed, I can imagine, Michael. So I'm going to bring in now a coffee shop owner, and I can imagine for you this is business that is being affected. Tell us how you've been surviving if there's no water.
We can't make coffees, we can't let anybody go to the toilets. I went and fetched bottles of water at my house, which is a bit far from here. And we have to close the toilets, nobody can use. And we can't even make coffees as well.
What does this mean for your business then?
Oh, we lose a lot of money. But very, very bad for our business.
What are you going to do in the next couple of days?
Just wait and see what happens and bring water like I've been bringing, and don't know with the toilets. Everybody wants to use it when they come here.
Well,
it's a big problem. Big problem.
Thank you for speaking to us. I'm going to bring in a resident, and I mean, I understand that you would be one of those people that would enjoy the coffee in the area, but I can imagine that also this frustrates you because you're already a resident in the area. Tell me how you have been impacted by not having water in the area.
Okay, well, firstly, like everybody else, we can't use our toilets, and we were not counting on a total shutdown. In addition, like our councillor said, I mean, they've had lots of time to plan this, so the water tanks should have been already in place from early in the morning. And as said, right now, there's been nothing. They keep on promising us to bring the water tanks, so I don't know how people are going to be able to cook tonight. And then regarding the coffee shop, obviously, I can't even have a cup of coffee. I can't have it at home, and I can't have it in my local coffee shop. So, yes, and also from a hygiene point of view, you can't flush toilets. You know, for the residents, it's a serious issue, and they've had lots of time to plan, and there's conflicting information. They don't quite know when we ask. They're not clear of what exactly is going to happen. So, yeah, it's one big hot mess.
And I mean, I'd imagine you rely on this information. What's this conflicting information that you're finding at this point?
Well, first of all, there's a conflicting information in the sense that sometimes they give us a list of affected suburbs. okay? So that's one of the things. Sometimes our suburbs there, sometimes then they send us a communication where it isn't. And like I said, they said it was going to be 40% shut down, a little bit of pressure, lowering of pressure. Meantime, it's a total shutdown. So yes, the people can prepare up to a certain point with bottles of water for immediate things like washing your face and making coffee, but long term it's a problem. And this is planned to happen. This shutdown is supposed to be until Friday, the 14th. So now, if they're going to carry on with a total shutdown, no water trucks, for up to Friday, how are the residents supposed to live? And water is something that is essential for us to live, and it's like, it's our human rights. So why was it not planned properly? And where are the water trucks? That's what all the residents are asking us.
And when you speak to some of these residents, I mean, I can imagine some of them are much older. They're unable to do what you could potentially do by going to buy water. Others can't carry. Others don't have that kind of money to buy. What are they saying to you? How are they going to survive for the next few days?
Well, luckily, we do have a very good support system in our suburb, Oakdene Awareness Group, and we do try to help wherever we can with the people that are not able to do so. So anybody that needs, if they let us know, we will help out. But yes, there are people that live by themselves and they don't have the facilities. So they will be impacted even more so than, the able people. So yeah, the able residents.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is the sentiment here in Oakdene. A coffee shop can't function, and a lot of people just still stressed out in terms of not seeing water tankers on the road.
Nqobile Madlala, thank you very much indeed.